of the questions I get asked most on this channel is, what is your favourite find of all time? And it's a really difficult question to answer, but I am going to answer it here. Just stick with me for a little bit. But it's quite a difficult question to answer because of the context and subjectivity of it all. For example, it could be my most sentimental find would be my first ever Roman coin, or for example, my first ever crotal bell. Right, so that's a sentimental find, that is, but that isn't my favourite find. A lot of people stick their noses up at buttons, but they don't understand that a lot of buttons can be worth a lot of money. For example, I've been offered £300 for 2 buttons that I found ages ago when I was a part of a club. I didn't sell them. I haven't sold anything yet. Some of these buttons, if you get them, if they're something to do with lords and certain land and hunting buttons, they're quite rare as well. There's all sorts of different buttons that could be worth money. These ones are some of my favourites. I've got loads. As you know, if you watch my videos, I've got hundreds and hundreds of buttons. Some of them are great. This is a Canadian button here, used by Canadian forces in World War I, and it says on there, it's in Latin, and I believe it says, "He who dares wins." That's a fantastic little find. Really pretty little button there, isn't that cool? That's nice. Really nice naval button there. That's a really good one. So, you know, I don't think that's a beauty. I don't think that people should stick their nose up at buttons, because some of them, some of the design on some of these is just amazing. And this one here, finally this one here. As I said, I've got loads and loads of buttons, but none of these are my favourite find. You guys know how much I love my snake buckles. These are brilliant. I love them. I think they're amazing. But these are not my favourite find. Hammered coins are just brilliant. I love hammered coins. I've got a fair few of them now, as you can see there, but none of these are my favourite finds. It could be any amount of jewellery that I've found in the past. That's not all of it there, but that's quite a bit of it. Gold rings, nice big fat rings like that I found on the beach. Other rings, there's, you know. But none of these are my favourite finds. And in this instance, my favourite find is of more of historical value than financial. It's worth between about 500 and 500 and £1,000 apparently. Not that I'm going to sell it yet again. And it is my papal or papal bulla. This is fantastic. I think this thing is brilliant. I've never seen another one come up in this good a condition. It is lead, as I previously mentioned, and look at the condition of it. It's just amazing. It really is an amazing piece of history. This is a medieval papal bulla, and it dates back to 1305, I believe. Pope Clement V, I think it is. So at the top there, you can see SPA and SPE, that's Saint Paul, okay, who's the guy here on the left-hand side, and SPE is Saint Peter, he's the guy here who's on the right-hand side. And basically, the person that held this is quite an important thing. The person that held this could speak in the Pope's name and could sign documents in the Pope's name. It is a fantastic piece of history, and it has come up in a really, really good condition. As you can see the other side, I haven't even cleaned the mud out there because I don't want to do that. If I ever do get rid of it and it goes to somebody who knows about these things, I'll let them get in there and clean that out. But that, for historical reasons, and I guess financial as well, because it is worth a bit of money, is probably my favourite find. And ironically, it's not a piece of gold, it's not a piece of silver, it's a bit of lead. Isn't that weird? But that just goes to show in metal detecting, you never know. Anyway, my friends, I hope that answered some questions. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next video.